Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me this morning. And this morning, I would like to talk to you about something that I experienced yesterday. So, I'm in Pretoria, South Africa, and yesterday when I got up, I heard this chainsaw. And I immediately rushed outside and I saw that they were busy cutting down this beautiful jacaranda tree. Now, Pretoria is known as the jacaranda city of South Africa. And a jacaranda tree is this beautiful tree. In October, it's got these amazing purple flowers, and the whole city is covered in purple. And we have a lot of tourists every year, not this year, I think, that come and to see the beautiful trees. So they're really these massive trees. And so that's what I saw. I saw they are busy cutting down one of the biggest jacaranda trees I think I've ever seen in my life. So the moment I saw it, I was filled with tremendous sadness. So much so that I actually started crying. And I was actually quite surprised that it saddened me so much. It felt so unreal. It felt impossible. And as I was watching this tree being cut, I immediately drew that parallel to the time that we are currently in. It feels unreal. It's a year ago we would never have thought that we would be here, that there won't be any planes flying, that we're not allowed to travel. It would just have been a joke a year ago. Okay, so I was watching this tree being cut down, and as I felt the sadness, I did two things. The one thing I did was to actually allow myself to feel the sadness, not to resist it. Because so often with negative emotions, we want to run away from them instead of just facing them, instead of just running head on into them and through them basically. So I allowed myself to feel it, and I opened myself to feel the sadness without resisting it. Then the second thing that I experienced was immense gratitude. Immense gratitude for all the years that this tree gave me joy. That I looked at it and I was just in total awe of its beauty, of its size. I thought of all the years, every single spring. So at the end of winter, its leaves stay green, and then towards the end of winter, the leaves start to go yellow, and the end of winter is in sight. And I thought, how am I going to know it now except for the calendar? And then the next thing was that I realized, even though I was watching this and realizing it's beyond my control, I was resisting it. And it's actually so bizarre. So how often, and I'm thinking of the time that we're in right now, it's beyond our control, yet we resist it. So, logically it doesn't make sense to resist something that's beyond your control. So I let go of my resistance. I accepted that it is what it is. I can't do anything about it. All I have is the beautiful memories of this tree. And I also realized that the moment that I let it go, that I made peace, that I didn't resist it anymore, my own suffering became less. The sadness started to fade away. I also let go of my attachment to how things used to be, to the way it looked there where this massive tree stood. I let go of my attachment to that because, again, there's no point in holding on to it. Life the way we used to know it is completely different. It's not the same anymore. And by holding on to it, yes, we do have memories that we cherish, but by holding on to it, we're actually increasing our pain and we increasing our suffering. And then the last thing is I realized we truly only have this moment. I mean, the day before yesterday, I took for granted that this tree is there, that this tree will just always be there. Yet yesterday morning, everything changed. So we really only have this moment to experience life, to experience joy, to experience gratitude, fulfillment, and just to live. And I realized I want to make a point of it, to make most of the moment. Like being even more committed to making the most of every single moment. Not to get stuck in the past or in the future. Because quite frankly, those two they don't exist. Okay, this is the only moment where we truly live and experience life. Because tomorrow might be completely different. So perhaps tomorrow you get a job. Perhaps tomorrow everything changes. And then you were worried, you were miserable, you were sad, you were depressed today. And so this tree taught me once again, just be in this moment, forget about tomorrow, and just take all the beauty and the amazement that I can get out of this moment. And that's basically my message that I've got for you and that I got from this tree that was falling yesterday. Have a beautiful day.